For years, my all or nothing mindset has been my biggest enemy. It has sabotaged my progress and just truly kept me stuck in the cycle of setting big goals, having these really great intentions, and then ultimately failing at the follow through because I lacked the consistency and the discipline to actually see them through. And that is a really, really hard pill to swallow. But I basically came to the realization that I have to throw everything that I've previously been doing out the window because it's not working. So this year I'm embracing a new approach and I'm excited to talk about it in this video. I'm going to document the good, the bad, the ugly of this new kind of journey for myself. If you struggle with an all or nothing approach, or if your perfectionism is sabotaging your progress, grab a snack, fill up your coffee, and stick around because I have a feeling that this is going to resonate with you and this is going to be our year. When this beat drops, imagine just flying. Oh, it's so good! Hello, it's the middle of the night. I'm being dramatic, it's 5 a.m., but it's pitch black outside. I'm having a little bit of PTSD because I used to work at Orange Theory and I would have the Tuesday morning opening shift. And I had to get up at 3:30 a.m. to get to the studio, open it up, and like be ready to like rock and roll by 5 a.m. for the first class. And I feel like 3:30 is the middle of the night. Okay, that is truly the middle of the night. Please don't tell me that's the morning. 3:30 is the middle of the night. Also, like any shot at sleep or good sleep that night is absolutely out the window because naturally I'm like, oh, my alarm's not gonna go off. I'm gonna get fired. I'm gonna miss the class. A, B, C, D, X, Y, Z things are gonna go wrong. So like I'm waking up every 30 minutes, every hour anyway. So like no shot at sleep. I feel like that's kind of how it was last night. And I kept waking up like every 30 minutes, every hour, just being like, oh, is it time yet? Did I miss it? Yeah, I'm up. We're doing Orange Theory this morning. We're switching it up. I typically work out in my garage gym since we kind of moved outside of the city in Nashville. I'm kind of trying to find another fitness alternative for like once a week, maybe. So I'm trying out Orange Theory to see if that would be like a good, fun class to just like get me out of the house once a week. I have implemented some new routines in January and I've been so proud of myself because I've been the most consistent that I have been in so long. I've just been really having fun in January, kind of like figuring out a routine that works for me, and I am giving myself grace specifically in January and February to try to like find those routines and those rhythms because this is new. Like I feel like we put so much pressure on ourselves January 1st to like already have these routines down and like ready to start on the 1st, and the reality is if you're trying new things and like trying to incorporate new habits, new routines, like it's probably gonna take some trial and error. You're gonna learn what's working for you. And so I'm kind of just viewing January and February as my trial months. So yeah, I figured I'd take you along on a few days of my new routine, show you the good, the bad, the ugly, my real thoughts. We'll chat about it all in this video. Also, I cut my hair, and please don't comment because I don't know if I like it. I got it cut and it's like a bob situation, and I loved how my stylist styled it at the salon, and I feel like I'm struggling to style it. So that's also gonna take some trial and error, but we'll just talk about that later. But please don't comment on my hair because I don't know if I like it yet. Okay, I'm gonna enjoy this coffee before I have to hit the road. Okay, this little thing, that's cracking me up. I grabbed one of these for the road. These are so good. I have like a 20-minute drive, so let's jam out and get this over with. Hello, it is 2:30. I've been just working away since I got back from Orange Theory, which I really did enjoy. I ended up signing up for like the once a week, like their basic membership, the once a week basically. And I think it's gonna be good, like change of scenery to get me out of the house, make sure that I remember how to talk to people in person. Just like, it'll be good for me to switch up my environment for one workout out of the week. So I signed up for that, but yeah, I've been clocked in, funneling emails out the door. I saw this video and it was like, oh, how did they word it? It was like, can we please stop using military jargon when we are just simply describing our corporate job? He was like, Jeff, you are not boots on the ground, my guy. You are just presenting a slide deck, like relax. Like we're not entering enemy territory here. We're just, I mean, sometimes it feels like we're entering enemy territory. We all have that one coworker. I'm not gonna name names, but we all have that one coworker. And I know you thought about somebody when I said that. I thought maybe before we get too far along in the video, I could have a little chat, a little real talk, a heart to heart, because this is kind of a vulnerable topic, I guess. And that is the topic of I don't even know what to call this. It's the topic of how my all or nothing mindset has just sabotaged my goals for the better part of the last probably 5 years. It's sabotaged my consistency, and like that is something that this year I've like put my foot down on, and I am going to figure out a way to be a consistent person and kind of rid myself of this all or nothing mindset. And I have so many thoughts about this. I do fear I'm going to need a coffee before we discuss further. Let's make this a coffee chat. I'm gonna go make myself a coffee and then we can dive into it. Bristol is also so pissed because it's been raining all day and she hasn't been able to go outside. And she's just looking at me like I am the bane of her existence and that I'm the worst mom ever. She can't understand why I won't let her out. It's raining and you roll in all of the puddles. Gosh, I don't even know like where to start with this chat because I just have so many thoughts about it. But I think this is what I figured out, because this has been noodling around in my brain for a while. I've thought a lot about this. I've thought a lot about how 2025 is gonna be different for me and how I'm gonna like really approach this and like address this issue, right? So I think that this happened because I don't remember being so all or nothing with like fitness when I was in high school. Like I was just chilling. Like I was just chilling. I would run if I wanted to run. I'd go to the gym if I wanted to go to the gym. Like it was just like whatever. But when I got to college, I like really started to get into fitness like a lot. Like I'm an exercise science major. So I was like really interested in like the physiology, all of it. Like I really like dove in head first. Obviously I was taking classes for it. I was like personal training on the side. I was trying to do group fitness classes. Like I was all in. And like along with that, I started to learn about like tracking macros and tracking calories. And I think that's what actually started this whole thing in my head, because I started to track my macros in MyFitnessPal, which like, ooh, if you do that, it's literally nothing. It's nothing bad. Like that is not a bad thing. But for me, being in college and so young, like I just wish that I didn't spend so many of my years like so obsessed and concerned with what I was eating. It's really sad to kind of look back on and think like, I was so concerned with like tracking the food that I was eating and like what I was eating that like I was just missing out on things. But anyways, that's nor here nor there. But I think when I started to track my food and like really understand nutrition, I started to implement this mindset where like, oh, if I have a day where I go over on my calories, like F it basically, and like I'll just eat whatever I want and I'll start again tomorrow or I'll start again next week. And so that's where that mindset was. Oh, like on Monday I'll start because I already messed up. I honestly, when I think back to like where this came from and stemmed from, that is my earliest memory of like really feeling that way. I have not touched a calorie tracking app in years, and I've come so far with my relationship with food. I feel like I'm so balanced now with my diet, and I honestly don't even really think about food at all. Like I feel like I truly just eat to fuel my body, but then if I go out and enjoy things, like it doesn't like bother me like it used to. Like I've come so far, and I like feel really good about where I'm at right now with nutrition and food and all of that. But somewhere along the way of like that initial all or nothing mindset with nutrition in college to like moving to Nashville 5 or so years ago, that all or nothing mindset like transitioned into my workout mentality, where I would feel like, oh, if I skipped a workout this week, or oh, if I can't do like the exact workout that I wanted to do today, I'm just not gonna do anything. Which it sounds so crazy, because if you really think about the concept of like, if I can't do it perfectly, or if I wanted to work out for 60 minutes, but I only have 30 minutes now, like I'm just not gonna do anything. If you think about that in terms of like, I'm trying to think of an example, like reading a book, that's like saying, well, I want to read this entire book, but if I can't read that entire book in this one sitting, like I'm not even going to start it. Like that would be crazy. That would be a crazy thing to say. So thinking about it, I know it's crazy. I know it sounds crazy, but for some reason, that is just the mindset that I had. And so for me, and I think a lot of the issue too is that like I wasn't setting the right goals, or I was setting goals in the wrong way, where I would set these like complex goals, or these goals that, you know, I know based on my experience with exercise science, like I know if I want a certain result, if I want to gain muscle, if I want to lose body fat, like I need to be doing X, Y, Z. So like I know the science, and I would set these goals that were like, according to that knowledge, but like I hated the workouts. So then I wouldn't want to do them, or they would be long workouts. And then if I didn't have time to do that full workout that day, like I just wouldn't do anything. So I was setting these goals that were not appealing to me, making it hard for me to adhere. And then my all or nothing mindset would kick in and I'd say, well, if you can't do it perfectly, like just don't do it at all. And I feel like I just kept going down that cycle for like the better part of the last like 4 years, which is really crazy. And that's not to say that I just like didn't work out for 4 years, but I would like set goals and I would like wonder why I wasn't reaching my goal or like making progress towards my goal. And it was literally because I was so inconsistent with when I was getting workouts in. So in December, I sat down with myself and I was like, girl, what are we doing, my girl? Like something has got to change because I want to be a fit person, a consistent person, a person that sticks to what they say they're gonna do. I wanna be the type of person that prioritizes workouts and prioritizes movements. Like all of those qualities are what I want to be. Like that is when I think about like the better version of myself or like the version of myself that I want, those are the qualities that this person has, right? So I was like, okay, Skylar, like something has got to change. Something has to change going into 2025 where we're gonna like keep this all or nothing roller coaster literally forever. And it honestly just hit me that like I need to redefine in my brain what a successful workout is. Before, a successful workout to me was 5 times a week, a specific body split and getting cardio in, right? Like it was boom, boom, boom. There were so many parameters and check boxes that I had to check for me to think, oh wow, that was a successful workout. And if I couldn't check all the boxes, I wouldn't do any workout, right? So I was like, we need to just redefine what those parameters are and limit the check boxes if you're gonna get out of this mindset and get out of this mentality. So my criteria for success now is show up, literally walk outside into my garage with my gym shoes on. Check done if I do that. Half of the battle, okay? And the second one is just do something for 10 minutes. Literally anything. It could be a 10-minute stretch, a 10-minute walk, a 10-minute jog, a 10-minute strength, like whatever, just do something for 10 minutes. And pretty much every single time I exceed the 10-minute mark. I do a full workout, I do a full run, like I do a full workout routine. But my only measurement of success is that I moved for 10 minutes. And if you've read Atomic Habits by James Clear, he talks about this example in his book where he has, I don't know if it was like a friend or like one of his newsletter subscribers or somebody, but he basically wanted to lose 100 pounds. He was not consistent in working out and he set a goal to lose 100 pounds. Like that was his main goal. But his daily system or his habit that he was implementing was to drive to the gym and be there for 5 minutes and then leave. So he would literally drive all the way to the gym. He would go inside, do like 1 rep and then leave the gym. And the whole point of that was to just get in the habit of making that a part of his routine. And if he did his 1 rep and he was in there for 5 minutes, like boom, success. And obviously he ended up achieving his goals. And it was really all about reframing the definition of success and also like just getting in the habits and creating these habits that are eventually going to just be second nature and non-negotiables for you. And so I think going into this year, that has been the biggest mindset shift for me. I just need to get in the habit of showing up, honestly, first and foremost. And if I just like get in the habit of showing up, like the results are gonna come. There's another quote in his book, and I'm not gonna say it perfectly because I don't have it with me, but it talks about like it's something like you should be far more concerned with your trajectory than your current results. Like you should not be sitting there stressing about the end result or your current results not getting results. Like you should always be concerned with where you're going and like, are you taking the necessary steps? Are you having the habits and like showing up to make sure that you're on that right trajectory? And if you are, like the results are gonna come. You know what I'm saying? So I know that was long-winded, but I've had people reach out to me in like YouTube comments and on Instagram who have maybe seen some of my YouTube videos where I talked about my like all or nothing mentality and consistency and things like that. So I'm hoping that was like interesting and maybe resonated with you, but I've kind of coupled that newfound success metric with another big goal of mine this year, which is I want to run 500 miles. I don't want to say I want to, I will run. I'm going to reframe that too. I will run 500 miles in 2025. And so along with that, instead of like setting these very specific running goals, complex running goals, like trying to hit certain distances every single day or like trying to hit a certain amount of long runs, like I'm truly, especially in January and February, and like as I'm getting into the habit of running, because your girl is not really a runner. Like I am very much a beginner runner. I have not run consistently in probably like 3 or so years. So it's new to me. It's something I'm like trying to get better at. My only goal for myself when I show up for my runs is to just like get some mileage in, because some mileage, whether it's half a mile, whether it's 2 miles, like any amount is like still making progress towards my bigger goal. And so again, it's just like about reframing what success looks like. Obviously, to hit 500 miles by the end of the year, I have to have some sort of like weekly goal as far as mileage. But for January and February especially, I am truly just getting in the habit and establishing those new habits of being a runner, showing up to run, working on my form, just like getting the motion in. And then slowly, once that habit has been established and I am consistently going on runs, I can worry more about the mileage and the distance and pacing. But like, not right now. We are starting so small, and that is just the way to do it. Like, that is the way to do it. And it took me 4 years of like trying to make these drastic changes. And really, it's just all about small, tiny changes that will compound, like they really will. So that is my 2 cents, kind of my update for you guys on some goals I have for the year. It's going really well. I actually haven't calculated, it's January 30th when I'm filming this, and I haven't calculated my total January mileage. Maybe I will do that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow, because I do plan on getting in a run tomorrow. So maybe after the workout tomorrow, we can calculate our total mileage for January, see where we are. It's exciting because I'm making like every single time I do a run, I'm like, yay, like I'm making little progress. Even if the run is like less than a mile, I'm like, still, that's a mile that I don't have to run later to get to the 500. Like I still did something. And so I'm proud of myself. It's been really fun to track. I'll just track the mileage from my Apple Watch and then tally up basically every run at the end of the month. And then that's how we'll track our progress. But I'm really loving it. I'm really loving it so far. I've already felt like I'm improving in my endurance on the treadmill, and I actually get really excited for runs now. I've been doing Peloton runs, which I think is so fun. If you don't like to just get on the treadmill and run and stare into the abyss, like I highly recommend doing like a Peloton. You don't even have to have the Peloton treadmill. You can do their runs on your phone, like on the app. And I just pick a class and I just follow the class. And it's nice having somebody like tell you what to do. They remind you to breathe. They push you, you know, like I feel like I get so much more out of the classes than I would if I just like walked on the treadmill and press go, you know? So anyways, I'm gonna cut this talking portion because I feel like I've been talking for 10 years. I hope that was interesting to you. I hope maybe like you had a cup of coffee or you were doing your dishes or you were doing something, because I hope to God you weren't staring at me this whole time, because I don't even know if I like this hair. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Let's catch up later. I'm gonna get back to work. Boots on the ground, okay? Okay, it's that time of the night where I have to feed myself. And I don't want to cook. I don't want to do it. I don't mind cooking, but for some reason when Chandler's gone, traveling or whatever, and I'm fending for myself for dinner or just cooking for myself, I hate it. That's why I normally do a crock pot meal, but I did a crock pot meal Monday and I've eaten that for 3 straight days. So I'm like, okay, we gotta switch it up. The devil on my shoulder is telling me that I need to go to Chick-fil-A. The angel on this shoulder is like, you can make a rice bowl or a taco bowl. But this one's like, no, I think you really do need that spicy sandwich. Like you literally need it, girl. And this one's like, but we have all this food. So that's what I'm doing right now. And it's almost 6 and I need to make a decision because I'm getting hangry. When I think about going to get food out, it's not even necessarily the food that I'm more excited about. I get so excited about a crispy fountain Diet Coke. I would just go get a Diet Coke, but that's crazy to drive all the way there just for a fountain Diet Coke. Like I have Diet Coke here, but that's always the motivator when I'm like, oh, do I want to go out or do I want to stay in? Well, if I go out, I can get crispy Diet Coke. But I think I'm gonna cook. We're going out tomorrow night, so I'm gonna cook. We're gonna make taco bowls. I cut this like an apple. What the hell am I doing? Oh my God. I should have gone to Chick-fil-A. Okay, this is one of my favorite like Spanish rices. I'm gonna do a cup of rice. It's the easiest thing ever and it tastes so good. A little bit of tomato paste. The key ingredient is this Nor caldo de pollo. I do like a capful kind of. Like that much. Mix it all together. Cover and then move it to low. And then I usually cook it for like 18 minutes and it's gonna be so good. I love that sound. Have you ever seen such a beautiful night? I mean, yeah, we went a little heavy-handed on the cheese, but it's because I love myself. Do a little salsa. Okay. Okay, Chipotle who? I'm kidding, this looks kind of pitiful. I'll tell you what happens when you go to Chick-fil-A. This doesn't happen. All of that, nope, that doesn't, nope. That doesn't happen. Cheers, dinner for one. It'll do, it'll do. I don't ask for much in life. I do need a fountain soda machine in my house though, so that's it though. Hello, good morning. I am at a little park near us and I'm suited up for a outdoor run. I have been exclusively doing runs on the treadmill in our garage. So I came to this little park near our house. We'll just see how it goes. It's noon. I really meant to get out here earlier, but we've been watching Traders all morning, which I've recently discovered and I'm now obsessed with. I was interested to watch it because Dylan Efron, Zac Efron's brother, is on it, Gabby Windey from The Bachelorette, and then Derek Levasseur, which is like one of my favorite. He like won Big Brother a while ago, but he also has a podcast called Crime Weekly and I'm obsessed with that podcast. And so he was on it. And so I like wanted to watch it for those three people and it's so interesting. I'm honestly still trying to figure out the show. I'm only 3 episodes in and I started on season 3. So they didn't really like describe what like happens, but from what I've gathered is basically all of these people come in. They're like people from all over, like all different reality TV shows like Survivor, Challenger, Big Brother, Real Housewives, like Bachelor, all of these different reality shows come together in this house in the Highlands of Scotland, which is like beautiful. I love Scotland so much. And they're just like in this castle. And on the very first day they get there, you're basically either named a traitor or you're named a faithful. And if you're a traitor, there's like 3 to 4 people named a traitor. Your job is to try to not have the faithfuls know who you are, and your job is to try to like take out all the faithfuls. And if you're a faithful, your job is to try to take out, well, your job is to try to figure out who the traitors are and take them out. But what's been happening is the faithfuls have been eliminating the faithfuls, thinking they're traitors, and so it's just like a mind game, but it's so interesting. So we watched that all morning, and that's why this morning run is now an afternoon run, but that's okay. It's like very cloudy and just like gloomy, so it kind of feels like it's so early. Recently discovered this song. It's not a new song, it's an old song, but I just discovered it this week. And when I first heard it, I was like, oh my God, I cannot wait to like have this blasting in my ears when I run. It is called I Am Here by Pink. I'll get copyrighted if I play too much of it, but I'm gonna play a couple parts because you guys need to add this to your running playlist or your workout playlist. This part, oh, it's so good. I am here, I've already seen the bottom, so there's nothing to fear. That is powerful. When this beat drops, imagine just flying. It's coming. Oh, it's so good. I'm so excited. I am like in a rut with music. So if you have any like workout songs, running songs, please put them, comment them, because I am like needing to add to this playlist. Created a new playlist and so far that is the only song that's on it. So please send me your recs, because I'm gonna have to go into the archives here for this run, I think. Or I might do a Peloton class. I might just do like an outdoor run on Peloton. Girl. Robin is my favorite instructor. She just released a 45-minute walk plus run. So I might do that, and then instead of the walks, I might just like super slow jog. Also, it's February 1st. I ended up not running yesterday, working out, because I was pretty sore, honestly. Just wanted to rest. So we still have to tally up our January months. Oh, I'm gonna mess my hair up bad here. We still have to tally up our January miles, so we can do that after this run. But I kind of want to make these like runs on the weekend, like I want to romanticize them. Like I want to make them an ordeal. So my plan after is like get this run in, do a little nice walk after, cool down. I'm gonna go get a coffee, pick up some lunch. Like I just want to make this like something that I look forward to, like an event that I look forward to by having like fun things planned after. So that's what we're gonna do. Happy Saturday, let's go. Oh my gosh, this is the first time I've done 3 miles consecutively so far, and I feel good. That's exciting. We did it! We did it, and that was, I was not expecting that distance. I was like, if I surpass 3, that would be cool, and we did 3.6. And I've been averaging between like 1.5 miles to like 2.5 at the most, and so that's exciting to see that long distance, and I feel pretty good. Like I felt like I could keep going, but we're taking it slow. We're easing in. That's what we're learning here. My left AirPod died when I was running, so that was fun, but honestly it's probably for the best because I was going through some like secluded little woodsies areas, and I don't know if this is like the true crime gal in me, but anytime I was like kind of away, because it's a park, there's like a baseball field, like there's people around. It's not like I'm like running in the woods here, but there are some like hidden parts of the path, and anytime I was like back there and I saw someone approaching, like walking, you better believe I was clocking them. I was calculating every piece of identifying information. I said, oh, you got a hook for a hand? Noted. You got a snaggletooth? Okay. You got a limp in your right leg? Okay. You best believe I'm going to the police if you even make one movement towards me, sir. That's probably just me because these people looked perfectly friendly, but I feel like it's always the ones. It's always the ones that look friendly you gotta watch out for. That is the one thing. That is true crime 101. It is always the next door neighbor, the good person, the guy at work that makes everybody laugh. That's the one that you're like, what you got in your basement? What do you have in your basement, sir? In case you were wondering what I think about on runs. Hopefully your runs are more relaxing. I'm gonna tally up my January miles. I'm kind of nervous. Okay, this is gonna take me a minute. I feel like that meme that has like all the numbers going. Yeah, that took far too long, but drum roll, please. I'm so dumb. 29.16 miles run in the month of January. I'm proud of that. So if I work backwards, my goal is 500, right? If I divide 500 by 12 months, my like goal, ideally my goal miles per month would be like 42 miles. So I'm a little under my goal. But I said in the beginning of this, I think I said in the beginning of this, that like, especially in January and February, I'm just trying to get in the rhythm, get in the habit. And then ideally, as this becomes a habit and running becomes a habit, my mileage will just get longer. And so I'll be able to make up the miles in later months when I'm just like, honestly, just like a better runner, and can do longer distances. So I'm actually really happy with that number. The biggest thing was that I was consistent. Like I kind of broke it out by week, and I was getting in on average like 4 runs per week, which is pretty good. And some of them were really short. Like some of them was like 1 mile, 1.2 miles, like that's fine. But the consistency was there. And so I'm very, very proud of that. And we're starting February strong with 3.62, I think. Yeah. So there's an update. Do you guys like these updates? I think it'd be fun to do maybe like a dedicated video about this goal, like once a month or so. So let me know if you like this kind of content, I guess. Let's go treat ourselves now. Let's go treat ourselves to some coffee.